I hope we will be able
Mm.
to have a
Mm.
good connection today. How are
Yes,
you
I hope
today,
so.
Joy?
Well, it was a little long day. I was busy, but fine now.
Good. So you just got home?
Yes, maybe 1 week. Not 1 week, I'm sorry, 1 hour. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Mm.
by the way, my name is Teacher Clay, so I will be conducting our class for today. Is that your dog I see there
Yes,
behind you?
that one is my dog.
Wow, that's a cute dog. What's his name?
Pog, Pog.
Pog?
Yeah, Pog.
Oh, wow, that's cute. How
Two,
old is your dog?
2 years.
2 years old. It's pretty old now. Well,
Yes. Mm.
it's nice to meet you, Pog. Oh, by the way, Joy,
Yes. Sorry.
I
Uh,
I hope you were able to go over the articles for
yes.
today
Yes.
that we were supposed to discuss.
Mm-hmm.
So, which topic did you pick?
I want to talk about social hermits.
Social hermits.
Yes.
All right, let me move to social hermits.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this article mainly discusses about us today. I mean, even though we have our social media accounts like Facebook,
Yes.
we have a lot of friends. We can even reach 200 friends or 150 friends in Facebook,
Mm-mm. Yes.
but we don't really get the chance to even
Mm.
say hello to them. We
Mm.
don't see any updates from them from their Facebook account. So
Mhm.
we consider them social hermits. So that's basically what this article is talking about.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is. Uh-huh.
So what is your point of view about the article? Do you think are you becoming a social hermit as well? You think?
Well, I was not right now, but I was, and yeah, I think I was a social hermit, and actually that was 1 year ago when that was 1 year ago when I realized that I don't have real friends at all
Hmm.
because even though I have more than 300 friends in Facebook, but when I
Hmm.
was in a trouble, I can't contact anyone. So yes, I was a
Oh.
social hermit, but right now I'm not. Mm.
So do you mean you you have you still have your Facebook and you're able to communicate with your friends
Uh,
often?
yes, I still have a Facebook. I still have
Hmm.
a Facebook account, but actually I don't use it anymore.
Hmm.
Sometimes I mean the time when I use it is just when I try to log into a new site using that account, but that's all. I don't use that to contact to my friend, and I prefer to call my friend in person.
Whoa, that's a lot better, yeah. Because me
Yes,
too,
it
I
is.
have around 200 friends in Facebook, but
Mm.
I can only think of 3 people that I
Yes.
communicate with
Mm.
most of the time using Facebook.
Yes, but I think three is better than 200. I mean, they are really, yeah, they are your
Yeah,
real
I think
friends. So
so too.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think.
I myself, I will consider myself as a social hermit as well,
Mm-mm.
because I only use Facebook to probably watch movies,
Mm-mm.
yeah, get in contact with 3 of my closest friends
Yes.
and post pictures probably or watch pictures from other people from my Facebook friends, and that's all I do. So
Mm-mm.
I probably am a social hermit as
Mm.
well.
Yes, I see. And speaking of I mean, this is a little out of the topic, but I think it's a little
It's all right.
strange that people are trying to attract other people by uploading their photos. Like for my friends, when I hang out with her, well, she takes more than 100 or 200 pictures, and she tried to pick the best of them to
Mm.
upload on her Facebook, and sometimes
Oh,
she ignore my words because she has to take photos. So yeah, I think, well, being a social hermit makes people a little bit strange in many aspects.
it is.
Mm,
And I definitely agree with
mm,
you on that. I mean,
mm, mm,
people uses Facebook
mm,
as a tool
mm,
to like even bully
yeah.
somebody over the
Mm,
internet.
mm,
Even private part of their lives is being exposed because of social media, like
yes.
Facebook as well. So I guess that would
Mm,
be one
mm,
advantage of being a social hermit. If you don't really
yes.
post much about your life
Yeah.
online,
Mm,
there's no way people can
mm,
use that information to bully you
mm.
or even destroy your life online.
Yes, it is. Well, and I think, I mean, how can I say this? I
You
think,
can do it.
as thanks, I think, well, I think there are many advantages for the development of technology, especially
Hmm.
for SNS, but I think that can be, I think that also has a dark side or disadvantage, or what I mean is like someone can track what I do in my life. For example, when I was in Facebook
Hmm.
once, well, I uploaded the place's name that I go often or that I visited, and sometimes my friend told me, I know you've been there, or I know what you like, and
Hmm.
that was a little creepy because
It's yeah,
that can be a stalking. The way
yeah.
that stalking, yeah.
It's like they're watching your every move.
Mm-mm-mm.
They follow wherever you go because of Facebook. It's creepy because
Yes,
you will
yes.
feel like someone is always
Mm.
at your back watching what you're doing.
Yes, it is.
Mm.
So yeah, that's one of the reason why I quit using Facebook.
Hmm.
Mm. I don't
Well,
want
do
to be
you pose?
exposed anymore.
Well, do you pose pictures of Fog as well? Your
Mm.
dog
Yes, I don't.
in
For
Facebook?
a blog, I don't post any of picture at all.
Oh,
Mm.
look at that. He's on your lap again.
Yes, it's really annoying right now. He is trying to play with me, but
Wow.
yeah, he's bringing balls again and again, and it's really annoying sometimes.
Is he your only? Do you have other pets aside from Fog?
No, no, he is the only pet I'm raising now.
Oh, he's
Mm.
the only pet you have. Did
Yes.
you guys have dinner yet?
For me, yes, I have, but for my dog, I don't know whether he did because what I do is just uh, pour a lot of, how can I say this, rice or
Dog food.
yeah, yeah.
Dog food. Okay.
I pour a bunch of dog food in a bowl, and what
Hmm.
he do is when he is hungry, he eat or get some of them. So I don't know whether he ate it or not.
Yeah, I guess that's just
Mm,
how dogs are when it comes to eating. They will just eat whenever
mm,
they feel like they
mm,
want to eat or they're hungry. But as long as you have food on their
mm, mm,
um, bowl, I guess
mm.
that's good enough.
Yes,
And
it
I
is.
think you were able to raise him really good.
Yes, and I think it'll be better for his health because the time I go back home is not that regular.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I think I think the way to feed him will be better for
Yeah.
his health. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, since
Mm,
you consider yourself as a social hermit
mm,
now, you might want to post things that Pogs does that would probably interest people instead of
Mm-mm.
them being interested in what you're doing every day. I think
Mm-mm.
sharing what Pog can do and what interests him,
Mm-mm.
and probably what is funny about Pog, those are the things
Mm.
you might want to consider posting on Facebook.
Yes.
So, yeah, other pet lovers will also follow in case they are
Mm.
having some troubles raising their dogs. You can
Mm.
probably teach them how to raise dogs the proper way.
Yes, yes, right.
hmm And
Mm-mm.
instead of your friends talking about um, what you have been doing for the past few days, I think it's better to talk about pets
Mm.
instead. Yeah,
Mm. Yes, it is.
yeah,
Mm. I think, yeah, that's better.
that is a lot better. And
Mm-mm.
maybe Pog agrees as well.
I don't know well, but what I know is he really hate to take a photo.
Yeah, I mean, aside from Facebook, though, do you have
Mm.
other social media accounts like
Um,
Instagram?
yes, I
Mm-hmm.
have Instagram and Line. Line is a kind
Line.
of Line is actually Line is not exactly a kind of social network, but it's
Mm-hmm.
similar. You can upload some of your picture online,
Mm-hmm.
and Line has a kind of community called as uh, Band, BAND, and in that community you can share your photos with your followers. So that's a kind
Mm.
of social network. It's famous for Chinese and Koreans especially. But anyway,
Oh, I see.
yeah. So
So,
I have two more
mm,
accounts. Yeah.
Instagram and so Line is um similar to Instagram.
Well, do you know Kakao Talk?
But you can post pictures as well in Line.
Yes, yes. And Line is, how can I say this? Line is closer to the way of communication in Kakao Talk. But the different thing is Line also has the closed community among people, and it's called
Mm.
as band. So somehow it's similar to Instagram, but actually it's closer to Kakao Talk.
Mm. But are you able to do video calls using Line as well?
Yes, we can do that. We can do that.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. But it's only open for Chinese and Koreans.
No, that's open for every people in, I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
really?
every people from any countries. But
Oh.
well, the way I think, how can I say this? I think the way to use Line is familiar for Chinese or Koreans. I don't know the exact reason, but for
Mm.
one of my Chinese friends, he used to send me voice uh, voice record for how can I say this? He used to
Voice
say,
messages.
yeah, voice message. He used to,
Voice messages.
yeah, send
hmm
me voice message, and he told me that's much easier than texting me. So yeah, maybe that's the reason why we use Line.
Yeah, I think it is easier to send voice messages instead of texting,
Yes.
because you can send the message not only that it's faster, and I think
Mm-mm.
it's also more felt than just reading it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. Yes. Yes.
Hmm, Line is pretty interesting. I haven't tried Line before, but I did try Instagram. But
Mm-mm.
I don't post a lot as well, so I closed my Instagram and I forget about it.
I
The
see.
only account I have now is just Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah, but I'm
Mm.
not that active as well. The
Mm-mm.
only reason I'm keeping it is because of my three other friends that are using it,
Mm.
and they are currently in abroad,
Mm-mm.
in a different country,
I
and
see.
that's the only means of communication that we have. The Facebook,
Mhm.
video chat,
Why don't
the
you
one
use
that we have.
Skype instead of Facebook? Why do you use
Um,
Facebook?
that's a very good question. In the Philippines, I am
Mm-mm.
not quite sure though, but whenever I use Skype,
Mm-mm.
um, I cannot hear the person from the other line, or I cannot see their
Uh,
picture. Yeah, it's
I
something
see.
about the application that doesn't really work well
Yes.
if you're in the Philippines.
Well, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I agree with you because I also use Skype often, and I
Mm-hmm.
know Skype takes much more, how can I say this, much more space in your smartphone or in your electronic device. So,
I
yes.
think that is true. Yeah, I think that would probably be the reason why Skype has a bigger
Mm-mm.
requirement when it comes to the RAM on your smartphone, on the
Mm-mm.
processing. So, yeah, I guess that is the main reason why. Compared to Facebook,
Mm-mm.
it works perfectly fine with us. I mean, we can hear each other
Mm-mm.
okay, and we can also see our faces um,
Yes.
fine. Yeah, that's the
Yes.
reason why we're not using Skype. Yeah, but do you still use Skype nowadays?
Sometimes, well,
Mm-hmm.
when I call to my friends,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when she was one of my best friends was abroad in
Mm-hmm.
last winter vacation, and
Mm-hmm.
she was in China. So
China.
yeah, so I had to call her using Skype often. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe that was the time when I use Skype most often.
Mm-hmm. But you're no longer using it now.
No, sometimes I use it to for my study.
Oh, how do you study using Skype? I mean, is it the same with what we're doing right now?
A little bit different. We are using the video camera right now, but when I do
Mm-hmm.
Skype, I don't use video camera with my study members, but we only
Okay.
use the voice chat. And there are a lot of
Mm-hmm.
study there are a lot of ways to study, and what I do is when my study partner read me a Korean sentence, then
Mm.
I tell her or him the English sentence that I memorized. That's the
Mm.
way. Very simple.
That's a very good. That's a
Yeah.
very good idea, and I think learning together
Mm,
via the internet, Skype, basically is
mm,
also one good thing instead of because what we do before is we go from my house to another friend's house just to
mm.
study. And
Yes.
nowadays, you already have this kind of technology. I guess you
Mm,
can just talk over the phone, see each
mm,
other's faces, and then show your um,
mm.
show your study materials using cameras as well.
Yes, yes, right. And I heard,
Hmm.
how can I say this? The Korean manager in your company noticed the student that they are developing a kind of application instead of using
Hmm.
Skype so that the students can share their board and their cameras like we do right now. So it will be
Oh wow.
easier to study because right now we are just texting to each other by typing, but
Yeah.
if the time comes, then we can write down or we can draw something, so it'll be more efficient to study.
Ooh,
So
that's
I'm
pretty sweet.
expecting. Yes,
Yeah,
it
because
is.
the one that we have right now, all we can do is like this, like that, right there on the board. But if employees are now trying to develop a better application than what we currently have right now, I guess
Mm-mm.
that's a very good news. Yeah.
Yes, this is. I mean, the application is similar a lot to the board that we are using right now. I mean, the room we are using
Mhm.
now. But how can I say this? Because it takes a lot of because it takes a lot of power or efficiency. So Right now, it is only available to for two people. Like one-to-one
Mm.
chat is fine, but for multiple users, it'll be a little harder because of the internet connection problem. But
Mm.
they said that it'll be available soon, so maybe six
Wow.
or seven people will. I mean, seven people will be available to log in uh, consequently or
At the same time.
yeah at the same time.
Yeah. 7 people can study
Yeah, seven or
all
more
at the
than that.
same time
Yes.
in one video room. And
Yeah,
that would
that's
be really
amazing.
nice. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Because when I
That's a
do that,
brilliant idea.
yeah, because when I do that kind of study with many
Hmm.
people using Skype, it was really horrible. I mean, the sound was really choppy.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it divides the bandwidth from all the rest of the class, so
Mm,
it slows down
mm,
till you can no longer conduct a very good class. I mean, everything's choppy. You can't
mm,
hear anyone. You can't even see their faces now in the camera. So,
mm.
oh, I hope they can come up with that application sooner so we can all experience that as well and even experience a one big class at the
Yes,
same time.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. I'm expecting that, and they also said that they are developing this kind of video room for the smartphone, not for PC, but for smartphone.
Ooh.
Well, as you know,
Wow.
these days, I mean, for now, it's impossible to use smartphone for video room. So, when I
Mhm.
want to have a class, I have to bring my laptop and
Oh,
some other
yeah.
devices. But if it's
Yeah.
possible, then it'll be really amazing. I don't have to
Yeah.
care about I mean, I don't have to book any room in my school when I am for my regular studies or classes. I have
Mhm.
I have class at 4 p.m. with my regular teacher, and to do that,
Mhm.
I used to book space or small room, and it
Mhm.
takes little effort because I have to submit several documents to my school to book the room. But if that
Oh, I
application is
see.
possible, then it'll be amazing.
Yeah, that would be a lot of comfort, not only from our side, but it also on your side, because once
Mm,
that application is available, you can now take your class whenever you want to,
mm, mm,
at the
mm.
comfort of your smartphone. It's gonna
Yes.
be more comfortable as well, because you can even do it while sitting in the canteen or taking your
Mm,
break.
mm.
That's great.
Yes, it's awesome. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I will definitely agree on that. And I'm looking forward to, and I'm excited at the same time for you guys to be
Mm.
able to use that application. Well,
Yes.
it has been a pleasure speaking with you tonight,
Mm.
Joy, and I thank you for attending our class today.
Yes,
Say good
thanks.
night
Yeah.
to Pog for me, and you guys
Okay.
have a very good rest. Okay, you rest for
Okay.
tomorrow. Okay,
Okay.
you,
Then,
you take
yeah.
care.
Good night. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Yes.